I have to say that? Okay. Today we're making strawberry peach wine.
So the basic process we're gonna follow for this is we're gonna prep our fruit. All right, we're gonna cut off the greenery here on these things, and we're gonna de-pit the peaches.
Okay.
And she's gonna help me.
Okay.
If you didn't catch on to this already, this is my mom. I love her. Okay, here's the recipe. First, you'll want 2 pounds of fresh strawberries. Don't stress out too much about which particular ones, just make sure they look and taste nice. 5 pounds of fresh peaches, okay? Make sure that they're soft, but not so soft that they're mushy, all right? Then we want 2 pounds of strawberry fruit preserves or jam. Just make sure the ones that you buy don't have any preservatives in them, okay? Come on, common sense. Then we want 2 pounds of wildflower honey, or enough honey to reach a starting gravity of 1.09. You can also do clover honey, but don't venture outside those. Then we want 2 vanilla bean sticks, okay? This step's a little optional. Vanilla's expensive, but it's gonna make a really nice touch to our mead. Finally, you want about 1 gallon of spring water. You can use tap water if it tastes good to you, but mine doesn't. So, Mom,
Yes.
if that is your real name.
Yes.
Give me 2 interesting facts about you.
Oh my goodness.
And they need to be fun and entertaining. Did you ever, like, go into the military and, you know...
Oh, I know what a fun fact is, but it's a fun fact about both of us that we owned a pig.
We did own a pig!
Come here. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come here. Good girl, Molly. Good girl.
Her name was Molly, and she was adorable. However, they are psychotic little mess makers, and no household should have a pig living in it.
Mom and I were not prepared for that.
No.
So,
No.
I still remember when she told me, she's like, I'm gonna have to get
rid of the pig.
So, I know what you're thinking. Obviously, we ate the pig. We ate little Molly. It's pretty bad.
We did not. We gave her back to the people that sold it to us.
And they ate her.
We did not.
Give me the inspiration for strawberry peach wine.
My all-time favorite show is Schitt's Creek, and one of the wines that they did make fun of on the show was the strawberry peach. Salute.
Cheers.
Oh, I had my reservations about banana.
That's the strawberry peach.
Oh dear, it tastes like amoxicillin.
But we will have a much higher quality wine, you think?
Oh,
okay.
I think so.
Okay.
No?
I wouldn't trade you for $1,000,000 trillion.
I would trade you for a Klondike bar. Okay, they're all done now. It took a while and it was messy. We're gonna be fermenting all this today in a 2-gallon fermenting bucket. To do this properly, you're gonna need a brewing bag, okay? And that's what we're gonna be using. Go ahead, put that in here.
Okay.
And Mom, I want you to just get your hands in there and mash all
Okay.
that fruit up as much as you can.
Okay.
Just-
Holy cannoli. Okay.
All right, now we're gonna top this off so that we have, given the juice that's in the peaches in particular, we will have about 1.5 gallons of water, of liquid in here. To really capture strawberry flavor, I find that 2 pounds of strawberry fruit is not enough. So to push forward the strawberry notes of this final wine, we're going to be using strawberry fruit spreads, which are basically just a bunch of mashed up strawberries with sugar added. With a 1 pound addition of this to our 2 pounds of actual fruit, we will in the end get a nice pleasing strawberry nuance to our wine.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
All right, so you open it up and you just put it right into your fermenter. I don't know if it pours. It doesn't pour. So go ahead and just scoop all this into here.
Okay. And I'm just going to stir it up.
Mm-hmm. So we want to take a gravity reading here. Now, what is a gravity reading and why are we taking one, Mom?
Exactly.
So, Mom! God, are you even my mom? I've been doing this forever.
I should have been studying before we sat down. I'm sorry.
Everybody always says that, but they never do.
They never do.
They never do. They're like, I just showed up to class. I didn't know we had this exam. So we're at 1.022 right now. I don't want to add as much honey as it would take to get to 1.09. So I'm actually just going to add 1 more pound of strawberry fruit preserves.
Okay. How much could you just randomly make up a recipe?
You can't make a great wine with no knowledge of how to do it. Just like food and cooking takes skill.
There you go. Amen.
And knowledge.
Okay.
Could you do what you do with like no skill at all? Because it certainly seems like you could. So I take it you did no prep in this at all. Because I'm sitting here.
I'm thinking I could do this.
I could do what you're doing. All right, so now it's at 1.33 or so. So given all that information, I think we're going to start by adding a pound of honey. All right, my food scale is broken.
The battery is dead.
So we're gonna just pour what I think is about a pound, and then take a gravity reading.
Got to troubleshoot.
Okay, make sure it's thoroughly dissolved in there.
Okay.
All right, so we're at 1.050 even. I'm gonna add a little bit more honey. We want to hit close to 1.09. All right, we're looking at 1.070. I'm calling it there. We're ending it. That gives us an alcohol potential of about 10% or maybe a little less. That's okay. Now, because we used fruit preserves in here, that has pectin. Pectin in your wine is going to create pectin haze if it doesn't break down properly. To work against that and to break down the pectin, we add pectin enzyme. It's half a teaspoon per gallon of must. We have a little more than a gallon, and we have so much pectin in here, I'm going to add 2 half teaspoons. Or in other words, 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
1. She goes, what? What could 2 half teaspoons? What does he want me to say?
Well, that's really what my brain was doing.
Huh? So now the pectin's in here, and there's one thing left to do that we're going to add into here, aside from the yeast, and that is 2 vanilla beans, okay, vanilla bean stalks. Vanilla, in the vanilla bean form like this, it can fortify and bring out the flavors in your wine to create a bigger, bolder wine. Again, optional step, but I think it will improve the quality of the wine.
I think vanilla sounds good.
And then mix it all in, mix in that pectin enzyme. So I want you to comically just look at this and be like, what is all that stuff, Miles?
Am I supposed to be comical?
You're live, where life go.
I can't. So what's all that, Miles?
Perfect.
Okay, no, that sounded dumb.
So this, Mom, since you asked so naturally, this is
Okay.
My little method. Well, not my method, but this is the method I'm going to be using for the yeast rehydration and nutrient additions. This is QA23, the one I'm going to be using because I just bought it and I'm excited about it. If you wanted to, you could just pour half the packet in here. Don't do anything else, and this would probably be fine. But to get the best tasting wine and best quality wine in the end, we're going to be using TOSNA 3.0 Stagger Nutrient Protocol, okay? There'll be a link in the description if you're not sure what that is. I'll have a link to the calculator that you use to calculate all the grams additions of this stuff. But basically what it means is you get a little jar or whatever, fill it with some water, put your yeast in here to rehydrate them, and then you add a calculated amount of Go Firm, the rehydrating agent, and let it sit for 10 minutes so it all kind of meshes together, and then we're going to put it in. And then over the course of a week, I will add Fermade O in 4 different staggered nutrient additions. It's been 20 minutes. Now we're putting it in. Go ahead and just dump it in there, Mom.
Okay.
Love it.
Yay.
Now, obviously, we added the yeast because if you didn't, nothing would happen. Alcohol is a yeast fermentation activity. But the other thing that yeast produce during a fermentation is carbon dioxide gas. So what I've attached here is the lid, obviously, and the airlock. What this allows to happen is all of that CO2 gas that's produced to push its way out so that you don't have a bomb without letting any bugs or oxygen or bacteria in, okay? So, what can you expect over the next several weeks as your fermentation progresses? This is going to take probably about 2 to 5 or so weeks. Second thing to expect is watch for CO2 activity in the airlock. You'll see it bubbling up pretty consistently if you have a robust fermentation. So look for that. The third thing going forward is once a day, open this up, pry off that lid, and get a sanitized spoon and push down the cap of fruit that is going to form, because that bag full of all the fruits and stuff is going to float to the top. You want to frustrate mold growing bacteria and not allow them to take root, and you want to ensure maximum flavor extraction.
And fourth, be open-minded about the final flavor profile.
Thanks, Mom.
I just said that right off the top of my
You're
head.
perfectly natural. It's amazing. So good.
It's not going to taste exactly
No.
like a fruit smoothie.
No, it's not going to taste like a fruit smoothie, everything together with some alcohol. It's going to be different, but it's going to be different in a good way. So just be open-minded to that. We're going to take this, we're going to put it in a cool, dark place like a closet, and it's going to go through primary fermentation, okay? Once that's over, there will be a part 2 video showing you what to do next, but I will be here and Mom will be here to show you what to do. In the meantime though, like this video, comment on it with any questions you might have, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Mom, for coming on to the show. I had so much fun today. You're probably my top 10 co-hosts that I brought on here, and I've only brought on 8, so that's pretty good.
Thanks for having me. I had a great time.
Anytime, Mom. Love you. So happy fermenting and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now don't have this on here, but how do we know that this that it's all going to be clean?
Sanitize?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, like-
go and ask that.
Okay.
This isn't like, I'm not gonna be like, we don't. Like, there's nothing we can do. We're just gambling. Like, what did you think I was gonna say? What are you asking for? Do you want my birth certificate? I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything what you're asking for, and I just can't.
I was completely.
I know. 1 teaspoon. Oh shit! Of course, that's the only. That's the only possible thing he's looking for here. I had all of the clues I needed.
Exactly.